And it is possible to move around your science leaders if you want to exploit their bonuses.
Construction complete.
And while we're waiting on this one goon to grow, do we want to go ahead and build this monument on its space, or
Clear the slums.
clear one of these
Drain
other
the swamp.
tiles to move onto? Got the slums for the minerals, but also each one of these for one of the sciences.
Circle, which one of these most offends you? Slums or
System survey.
industrial wastelands? I'll take that as a I agree with Todd. We should totally just get rid of the slums.
Yeah, Lou, you there? Oops. I got something going on the new planet.
Yeah,
While we're paused, are you there, Circle?
I'm here.
We're not hearing you if you're talking. Okay. Okay, you haven't said anything for a while. Wondering if there were technical difficulties. Alright, got this one event saying that we got an earthquake on Sirius Prime. This is due to it having this feature over there. So we get this temporary modifier, recent tectonic event. People aren't happy, but it doesn't matter because we're hive mind consciousness. We're not affected by happiness, so they don't
I
care.
live in California. I don't care about earthquakes anyway.
So the hive mind has completely negated the thing even really mattering, right?
Well, it looked like it also reduced habitability.
No, I think this is just a trait of the planet.
No.
Yeah, the trait of the tectonics itself is a minus 10% habitability, but I think hive-mindedness. Never mind. I think it's probably feature of the. Yeah, the Empire ethic itself increases habitability, so it just canceled out. But got damage report of the earthquake. I think sometimes
But we haven't built much.
that'll
so, hey,
ruin your buildings and you have to repair them. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh, and something we could do is we could build a spaceport on this new colony. We have the
yeah,
resources.
that'll just increase our range,
not?
right?
No, but it will increase our naval capacity. One of the major factors of that is your spaceports. The population is
Okay,
another.
right, because we use webways.
Well, we're waiting for anything to happen. Let's see if we could improve our ships at all. I think we have some. Yeah, we could add some better reactors and some armor. We haven't researched shields yet. Something you could do is just remove the FTL technology from a ship, then they're going nowhere. And we don't have any other weapons, so that's the best we can do right now. You can have excess power, and that actually improves certain features. But if you have a negative power, you can't save the design because it's just insufficient. Yeah, it says the excess power is getting a plus 5% to the damage. I think that also applies to other features. So, and that's a failed anomaly event, I think.
Thanks, Tog.
Yeah, it gets us nothing.
Hey man, anomalies aren't always guaranteed. I'm pretty sure no one died.
That was a 10% if I recall.
My
Hey,
faith
man,
in you died.
You can just keep saying what I keep saying, man. I don't know why you have to put it on me. Yeah, sometimes it's just damn it paradox.
Yeah, some consequences of failing a anomaly is either the leader dies or the ship is destroyed.
Construction complete.
We have some resources. I'll go ahead and try to colonize this other planet. We've got a whole bunch of tile blockers, so there's hardly anywhere good to place the ship. This one energy, one mineral.
Yeah, just don't.
You know. And if we ever need to.
Yeah, if we ever need to.
If we ever need to, we can deconstruct it and build it somewhere else. Alright, so we finished that improved spaceports, and that has unlocked the next tier, that technology. We can get destroyers, which are the larger military ships. We could use missiles instead as a different sort of weapon, get a better mining or better armor. Any
I think we need
preferences?
bigger ships if the space cows have more military than us.
He brings up a very good point. Now, I'm pretty sure space cows don't have missiles.
And also, since we finished that technology, we can upgrade our spaceport to level 2. Same with this one over here once it's completed. And upgrading your spaceports allows them to build the larger ships. You need a level 3 to make the destroyers, a level 5 to make cruisers, and a level 6 to make battleships. But also, you can give some of the ships slots for strike craft, so then they could be carriers. I think some of the segments are even called carriers, but if anything, most likely cruisers and battleships could be carriers. Also, upgrading your spaceports unlocks these module slots.
Solar panels?
But currently, all we have is the Corvette assembly yards. We don't have the solar panels yet, but that's where you would put them. But once this one's done upgrading to 2, I could build a Corvette assembly yard there, which makes constructing Corvette ships cheaper and quicker. This guy's got nothing to do.
Can we fast forward?
System survey complete.
We're currently at the second speed. I can go to fastest, which is as fast as it can go.
Construction complete.
And we have an unemployed pop. He has nothing to do. And that is because I did clear this yet. These guys are still growing. Once this reaches a population of 5, we could then upgrade the ship shelter to a
Sweet, how
planetary
much resources
administration
does
building.
that take?
It's
Oh, look, we just
quite
got
a bit. It's like 300 something.
Drill, baby, drill.
Well, not ready to build it yet, but
Tile blocker cleared.
and that's done. Oh, I just remembered that we had the the energy grid, so we can replace one of these power plants with that. And this basic science lab could be upgraded, but all we have is the engineering facility, which is gives the 2 engineering. So it's a personal preference, but I'd generally put a physics lab on this one spot since it gives a physics output. But also we might have plenty of engineering anyway.
We are earning a lot of
So
engineering.
as soon as
right now.
we get this research done, yes.
And that's without really
Almost
trying very
twice as
hard.
much as
I
the other
believe.
2.
System survey complete. Colonization in progress.
We're getting our 3rd colony. And we
Evading hostile fleet.
Space organics, space amoebas. They're being a nuisance. And since our ship was on avoid, it automatically jumped out.
Construction complete.
Oh, and we have. I think those are the pirates we noticed before.
Not bothering us yet,
They're
right?
just hanging out in that one system. No, as long as we leave them alone, they're just gonna sit there.
That sounds like a problem for future drones.
System
Yeah,
survey
why don't we just put
complete.
all of this off and keep drilling?
Though I wouldn't be surprised if there are more pirates in some other systems nearby. That's usually the case. I think it's usually around now that our own pirates within our own
Construction
system
complete.
become an issue, but probably because we're hive
Hostile
minds
fleet
and
detected.
got more amoebas flying through. Probably because we are a hive mind and everyone's just the same consciousness. I don't think that's an event that'll pop up for us.
That's all right. The hive mind makes me feel safe. I always belong somewhere, don't we, Circle?
Tradition time.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Do you wish for me to tell you your wife hello?
You want to get the. You want to get the growth
dude.
rate reduction
Colony,
rather
colony,
than the
colony.
frontier
And then we can go for... I don't know, actually.
rate.
Anomaly.
Goons in the Thread, please, pretty please help us on this. I don't know what to do after we do this last one.
Pretty much the only options after this is to get that one for the frontier outpost, and then the one after that.
But
And that would just
Would we
finish that
even
one
use Frontier Outposts?
tree. If we ever really need to, like if we see a lot of good resources in a section, but no habitable planets nearby, or if we just want to claim some territory before some other empire does. And I noticed our borders expanded some into this one area, so I'm gonna get our science ship to investigate that. And still got this guy growing on that empty spot. You wanna? It's probably cheap enough to
Yes.
just clear out these.
Clean up, let's play.
And once this guy's done, we're gonna have a pop of 5 on this planet
Research complete.
population. And that's done. We can get the 8 administrative AI for better research, better energy, better sensors, or we can get shields. Any recommendations?
Well, I am in favor of letting computers do my thinking for me.
These aren't the smart AIs, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And
no.
that's
These
another
are
thing that
just
matches
the
up.
administrators. Yeah.
They do just access for us and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're not self-aware. I think it
Is it a learning computer?
might be learning intelligence, but nothing too bad.
As long as
System
it
survey
can't
complete.
learn. Okay.
Anomaly found.
Learning is for children and dogs.
As long as we don't program it to have a skeleton, it'll be fine.
That too. But you remember, an android has to have a skeleton. See, that's very
could have a
close to a
framework.
skeleton, isn't it?
It's a computer program. It doesn't have a physical form.
No, but if we gave it a body, we'd have to give it a skeleton. What?
We found a skeleton if you're interested. Okay, we found a giant skeleton on this one planet. It'll get us a research project to figure
Now
out
we
what
have
the
to
heck.
remember not to trust whoever's skeleton that belongs to. Also,
We need to
did I
find
just-
out where this evil skeleton came from.
Situation log updated.
But we can't be premature. We can't wage jihad against it
Right.
yet.
Telling him to
Do
investigate.
goons wage jihad or do we do crusades? I can't remember. Also, do we have 1,000 minerals? Drill, baby,
Yes,
drill.
we do.
The plan is working.
1,247.
We cannot
We
allow
got
a mine
more
shaft
in this
gap.
system. Yeah, I sent the fleet over in this place to see if that one amoeba
What?
left or not. They just
File
move around.
clear.
There's an amoeba in this one system over here,
Project
and
complete.
it spooked my science ship away. So I was just sending our military to just scout it out, see if it's still there or not. And this is from investigating that skeleton. It creates some science resources on that planet. Found it's included that the creature
So
served
the
as some sort
starship
of
has a
organic
skeleton?
spaceship, starship. Much smaller bones from at
That
least 3
starship has a
separate species.
skeleton?
Huh?
I think we are ready to
Yes,
declare our
it did.
enemies.
For unknown reasons, this organic space starship. I forgot. catastrophic damage and crash landed on the planet. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the Society of the Bones alone has essentially advanced our knowledge. And that is a very good place for science. Since it is within our borders.
Is it a good place for science? Do we
Construction
dare
ship to
use
build on
a
that.
skeleton in our research?
It is a very good.
But don't they say
Well, it's
stare
already
not
dead.
into the skeleton,
Just as long
but
as
the
no
skeleton
necromancers
stares
come
back into
around.
you?
And looks into your skeleton.
Oh, we don't have skeletons. That wasn't the issue.
Oh, you're right. The goons. They're just blobs. Feelings and hate.
Some sort of weird mass of
We're a lot better than
mycelia
those
and hyphae.
Fago and ICP motherfuckers. Ah, take that.
Not exactly aiming at a high target there.
I know. I'm sorry. To make up for it, I move that we rename the Skeleton Planet Skeleton Planet. Stick
I'm
block.
gonna have to once again say that ought to be left to the thread.
Alright.
Okay. But Thread, you know my wishes. You can totally ignore me.
At least for now, it will be Skeleton Planet. Perhaps
If it
name
was
it
up to
after
me,
a,
I'd name it
major
"Do
bone.
not enter. Here there be skeletons," but that's probably too long.
God
Like
damn it,
femur?
Paradox.
Could take a theme from
Thank you
War
for humoring
Plants and
me.
call it Planet
Now
Bone.
the Thread can immediately override me, and that's fine.
System survey complete.
Also, can we colonize any planets within that system? I mean, let me rephrase that. Are any of them colonizing
no.
candidates?
There's nothing colonized.
So it's truly a dead
No, they're
system.
not. That would have come up.
Much like my hopes and dreams.
I'm sorry, Circle. That was too good.
Actually, put this guy.
Research complete.
Yeah, upgrading that. Finish some research. And it doesn't seem like we have any of that strategic resource within our borders. We can have a couple to clear tile blockers. Can make a frontier clinic to make places better habitable and some society research. Or a orbital hydroponics farm to produce food in space. It's a module for spaceports. And once again, that weapon, it's going to be permanently there. And not even take up one of our...
So, Circle, did you still want to learn
research
frequency tuning, or did you
possibilities.
want to kill big game? Or space carrots? I do
Well,
like...
space carrots are right out. I still think that we need to siphon off some extra energy.
Alright, frequency tuning.
Frequency tuning.
Alright, and once we're done with that, we could probably design a ship to have it use it.
God damn.
And it's gonna take
That's with a
100
head
months.
start.
Yeah, those special technologies usually take a while.
I would say that I promise it'll be worth it, but I'm a goon. I promise nothing.
Also, that 100 months, that sounds way more committal than most goons are willing to make.
Okay, so this planet has enough population and we can upgrade that. Science battle, we have a graveyard. Alright, yeah, it's some remains of some massive
Oh, it's a ship graveyard.
You had
fleet
me
battle.
worried.
I thought it was the
So
bad kind of graveyard with the
Could
skeletons
explore.
in it.
Yes. There's likely corpses in these ships, though they're likely preserved in
We
the
must
Stacking
purge.
of
Skeletons are
space.
trapped forever.
probably just mummified.
Yes, Mount Graveyard Expedition. We should also name something Mount Graveyard. That sounds hilarious.
Construction
Well,
complete.
Yes.
The giant skeleton could be
All
Mount
these
Graveyard.
Great ideas.
I still say we should defer to the hive mind.
Oh, of course, of course. This is just great ideas. Okay, Chi-Chi, so we have 3 worlds now within the Goonish Empire, and we have potentially found our life foes. Plus, we have brought up the council several times. I think it's a good place to call it and let goons decide our fate.
Special project complete.
I'll probably have. Let's
Ooh,
see.
okay.
That one graveyard expedition's just finished. Exploration return. Wrecked ships on the surface were too badly damaged to recover any useful technologies. These vessels were clearly very advanced, however, and could gain valuable engineering insights to analyze. Yep, so that's even more engineering research for us.
Complete.
But if we're gonna call it there,
Thank
then
you again for joining me on my
Alright.
insane ramblings about space mushrooms and planets. Maybe next time, I'll be drugged and the circle will be fine. Haha!
Circle won't be fine until the sweet embrace of death takes him.
Haha! Oh, circle. Good night.
anyway, see you later, guys.